6? I can't do it like this. Hold on. I can't do it like this. I can't.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy GQ Smooth, and I'm here to announce the second season. That's right, the second season of GMS. I want to send a big shout out to everyone who has subscribed so far and everyone who has viewed our content. We appreciate the views, but we would appreciate it even more if those viewers became subscribers. So please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment your opinions and thoughts on our content and what you want to see more of. EQ out.
Saying the truth hurts. It does. But I'd rather be hurt by the truth than painted a pretty lie.
Before you guys forget, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Again, stay in touch with us for all updates. What's going on, guys? What's going on? This is another episode of G.M.S. Grown Man Subject. I'm one of your co-hosts, Shahid, aka Triple M, aka Maximum Motivation Muscles.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy GQ Smooth, man. Let's get right into it.
Get right into it. Mel is not on right now, man. He's not feeling too good, but please make sure that y'all follow him as well. King_Jaffe. All right. So we got a special guest today. He's an entrepreneur. He's a financial advisor. All right. He has his own hookah company. All right. I'm going to let him go into a little more detail about it. He has been a client of mine and a business partner. My boy, Cordero Berry. What's going on, brother? What's going on?
Man, good. I'm glad to be here.
Man, we appreciate your time, bro. We appreciate your time, man. So just for the audience and the viewers, man, just state where you from, where you currently reside at. And yeah, we're just going to give him that first.
Originally born in Cornwall, Long Island. If anybody doesn't know, it's about an hour and a half from the city. Raised in Charlotte. I tell people all the time I was from Charlotte before it was cool to be. Just overall, you know, my thing is just. I'm sorry. What was your question?
Nah, bro. Yeah. Just where you reside currently.
Oh, currently I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina.
All right, smooth. Hey, G, what you got, G?
What's going on, man? Just wanted to hear more about your hookah business, how you got started, and how long you been in the industry.
This is January will make 4 years. 4 years. 4 years, and just honestly, I know it sounds cliche, but it started off as literally something I just enjoyed to do. I would do it when people came over. We would have like little kickbacks, and you know, my friends would always be like, "You should actually sell it to people." And me being myself, I'm like, you know, it's just something I mess around with. I don't really, you know, I don't take myself too serious with it. But so far, you know, the first year, knocked it out the water. Second year, did better than the first. Third year was a pandemic year. That would have been a really big year as far as just like growth. We have some great things set up. You know, hopefully we'll be able to get those back, you know, for 2022. But you know, so far, you know, everything's going good. I went out on a limb. I took a hobby that I was good at, that I like to play around with. So, you know, just like they say, when you do what you love, it's never work. You know, it gets tiring, I will say that, but it never feels like work.
Right.
Big fact. I think one of the most different things about Excel Hookah is that you actually use real fruit, like legit real fruit. I don't know of any other companies that actually does that, man. So like, what made you want to do that?
Honestly, I wanted to bring something different to the culture, but I also wanted to be respectful to the Middle Eastern culture. I actually, before I even launched Excel in 2018, I did about 3 or 4 years of just research on just the hookah culture in general, and you know, what products to use, what products not to use, why whenever you do smoke hookah, you may get headaches versus, people that don't get them, things like that. And it really boils down to not shortchanging your customer. Whoever's consuming your product, making sure you would give them what you would want, someone to give you. So um, the biggest thing for us is just, we wanted to bring something different to the culture of, hookah, and, just being able to have that camaraderie and, fellowship with different people that you may know or may not know. Because, when you do hookah, you're not supposed to do it alone. You're supposed to do it with people, because it's kind of like a conversation piece. No, it's not the main thing that you're doing, but it's kind of like if you go out for a drink. Yeah, you guys both have a drink, but your drink isn't the main focus of me and you having this conversation.
Right.
So, getting people to actually understand what it is versus just it's something that looks cool when you do it in the club. And putting a little flair on it, putting something different. When we first did our LLC, we were the only edible fruit hookah company on the East Coast. Like, it was real big on the West, and in Vegas, which we're in the process of trying to get out there as well. But the East Coast, it was wide open. Like, I was the only one that was doing it, and for a number of reasons, I can understand why I was the only one doing it. But like with everything, you find your lane, and from there, you just you see if you're gonna fly, you're gonna sink.
Going back to what you said, the pandemic year was one of your down years. I want to go back to that and just kind of get your thoughts on the pandemic. How did it affect your business? How did it affect you mentally, physically, and your friends and family?
Physically, mentally, I was probably 7, like a 7, 8. As far as business wise, it affected the fact that we were in a lot of different like clubs and venues and things like that. So it dealt with being in large crowds of people. But what the pandemic did, it did teach us is that we need to get back to square one. Our goal was never to be in clubs, because what we offer, sometimes it doesn't even look right in certain clubs. And that's not to toot, my own horn or my team or anything like that. But sometimes it's really like, you may be somewhere. It's kind of like you wear a suit, but you're going to, a hole in the wall bar. You're going to stand out. It's going to be like, okay, like, did you not know where you were coming? So, and with that comes different things and hurdles you have to overcome. So, we were just like, you know what, this is a good time for us to go back to the drawing board and get back to what we originally wanted to do, which were private events, weddings, resorts, things of that nature, like things that really bring out the best of our brand.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. One thing about Core that I don't know if he want to admit it, man. He's a very disciplined and a very humble person. And I know that personally. I remember it was this time when it was a business venture that we was doing, and he was one of the first few people to hit a milestone. I'm not sure how much of our audience knows about the foreign exchange market, but you guys have heard me talk about it on our previous episodes. But he was one of the first people to reach $1,000 days. So again, he's a very humble person. We just need you to just come out of that humbleness just a little bit and toot your own horn a little bit, bro. The fact that you doing something that, like you said, man, nobody was doing on the East Coast. Which is a very, very big deal, because I think a lot of times, man, when we think about hookah, I don't think the East Coast is one of the first things that come to mind. Now here you are, you was able to continue to have your business through a pandemic. I think that's one of the most greatest things ever, just because of the simple fact is that it's not easy to continue to sustain a business when we've been through a pandemic, man. So what were you doing? What was something that you was doing to continue to keep your head right, continue to make sure that you're still staying healthy within yourself so that your business can continue to thrive?
Well, first we wanted to think of new ideas. We're in this pandemic; it's not going away anytime soon. So I sat down with my team and I was like, you know what? What's a good way for us to continue to keep ourselves different from everybody else, but also make ourselves available for everybody else? Of our business, which pretty much is kind of like, just like you order a pizza, you order a hookah, you have an event at your house, you want to have a small gathering, you call us up and we'll deliver it to you. We show you, everything you need to do as far as, since it's a little bit different with the fruit and everything, we show you how to, use it, change it if you need. We also offer, if you need one of us to stay there for a certain amount of time, we offer that as well. But that was one of our main things that we wanted to do, because we were like, a lot of people, they don't do that. And if they do it, they don't offer what we offer. So just making sure that, you're evolving with the times. Like if you're not changing, then, you're going to get left behind. But every day, even if I see somebody that's doing something that I may have done or may be doing, I'm like, hey, if they're copying me, then they're not passing. So I take it with a grain of salt, and I commend it. If I see somebody, doing something that I may have done, or people say, well, don't tell everybody what you're doing. I'm just like, hey, if they want to try to do it, you can try to do it. Like, everybody can try to go out there and be, Tom Brady. You probably won't be it, but you can try. But it's just being persistent, making sure that you are, on top of it, your discipline. One thing that I've heard you say, Shy, is, even when your discipline, seems to lack, where is my consistency? When my consistency lacks, where's my, my will? Where is my drive? Where is my my grind? And just making sure that you're checking off all those boxes, because if you've got 7 or 8 things on your box, something's gonna hit. Something's working for you that day. Everything can't be, going to pieces. So, just tapping into those different things, listening to, certain people and certain, people that, speak, and just, different methods and ways of thinking from even people back in the day that, still to this day, they help me out a lot. Like, one of my biggest influencers is, it's Gandhi. Because I feel like I'm the least like him. So, for me, if I want to get better, I need to inspire to be like people that are ahead of me, but also they have something that I don't have.
That's cool. I like that.
Facts.
I want to ask, what advice would you give anyone that's looking into becoming an entrepreneur or an investor in this time period that we're living in right now, with everything that's going on? What advice would you give?
I would say do your research first. I have so many people that reach out to me on a weekly basis asking me for, like, hey, should I get into this? How do I do this? And just in the investment world, that's my background. I was in finance for over 10 years. I went to school for it. And it allowed me to be able to do, Excel and things like that. But also it taught me, how to trade the foreign market, how to be able to actually see a chart and say, okay, you know what, I see a trend in this, not just using it for a quick get money scheme or something like that, and all this other crap that people are doing these days, but just really learning the craft and having it actually work for you. Because I tell people all the time, the first thing that I tell somebody, look, read, do your research. When you come to me and you ask me about investing, trading, anything, I give you one assignment, one. And if they don't do that assignment, or if they can't do that one task, I know they're not serious. And that one task is I say, okay, I need you to read this Candlestick Bible. Just read it. After you read it, whether it takes, 2-3 weeks, however, I know people have things to do, however long it takes. I need you to read that, and I need you to have a plan for why are you doing this? Because you're just doing it to make money, and you're just trying to, ball out and everything like that. It's not gonna work. And I see so many people that they waste so much money because they do not actually put the time in to learn the craft. I tell people all the time, and even with what Shai was saying earlier about me hitting $1,000 days the fastest, that even in itself, that was mind blowing. I won't even lie. That was crazy because I was just like, it came to me naturally. And I tell people it may come to different people at different times. For me to become an efficient investor and trader and things like that, it took me about 3 years. Like the part like 2020 was like really when it clicked. I figured it out, and I had like a solid foundation. I have people that come to me and they'll say, yeah, I've been doing this for about 2 months and I'm not making any money. Tell me any skill that you learned in 2 months that you automatically it just works. And I know we live in the popcorn age, but when it comes to investing in finance and things like that, that's not a popcorn market. It'll pop you, but you won't get anything out of it because it takes time. It takes really like humbling yourself and saying, okay, I don't know anything. Like, and I really had to do that, myself. I was just like, you know what? All right. Yeah, I might have been doing, in finance for a long time, doing, financial advisors and being a financial advisor and, being a wealth management partner and things like that. But I got to say, okay, I don't know anything. I want to learn this as if this is my first day coming off the street and, go from literally like A, B, C, D. And that's how I got to where I'm at now, just making sure that, you simplify for yourself, because how I learn, how you learn, how Shahid learns, it may not be the same, it's not the same way. So just make sure that, you stay disciplined, you stay humble, because if you don't, the market will humble you. It's happened to me. Shy, it's happened to you, and, so many other people. So just making sure, you just staying focused, because at the end of the day, all of this temporary stuff, it fades away. It fades away. And, that girl you might have been wanting to floss for or whatever, she's off to the next brother that's, trying to do the same thing. If something doesn't work out. So making sure, as a man, you really hunker down and know, okay, you know what? Why am I doing this? Am I doing this for attention, or am I doing this because I really want a certain type of lifestyle that's like a legitimate lifestyle? So that would be the best advice I would be able to give to somebody.
Man, so please, guys, that was definitely that was deep right there, bro, for real. Please make sure that y'all follow us on all social media platforms at grown_man subjects. You could as well as follow our individual accounts. Follow me at _MM muscles, as well as King_Jaffe.
You can follow me at GQ2Smooth07.
Go ahead, plug yours in there too, Core.
You can follow me at either exhale_hookahs, XHALE_hookahs, or you can follow me at Nephobia on Instagram.
Man, so going back to your being efficient, and I want the audience to know that this is a financial advisor, right? So his efficiency rate is going to be different from yours, right? And I say that because his efficiency rate is more so of like an 80-90 percentile, right? Where a lot of us not in the financial industry, It's gonna be a little lesser. It's gonna be a little lesser. So
Yeah.
I want you to know that how he is grading himself is different than a lot of us because his profit margin is way up there. Now, again, he was specifically on my team, so I can vouch for him and say that it took him, yeah, it took him 3 years to be efficient, but it didn't take him 3 years to make the money. He made his first $1,000 a day. He wasn't even with us 100. It was under 120 days. I believe it was
Yeah,
like
it was like right at the it was right before the 90-day mark. It was like right after my 60-day mark, I think.
so
Around
so
that range.
again, so again, man, that's something that's is stuff like that don't happen a lot. But when it does happen, you have to look at the amount of work that he put in. And I think that was one of the things that I don't think it got highlighted. So many people was asking him, "Damn, bro, how you do it? How you do it? How you do it?" But they wasn't asking the right question because usually when they said how you do it, they really just said, "Oh, which pair did you use? Oh, what's your lot size?" They didn't necessarily ask him, "And bro, how many hours a day do you spend studying? What do you study? How do you know to pick this? What time frame?" Like those are all important questions that people wasn't necessarily asking because they got so blinded by the dollar amount. And like he said, if you're coming in this game and you're just doing it for the money, you're probably not gonna last long. A lot of traders, most of us think in the short term, but we have to realize that when you're trading in this foreign market, this is something that has been around for generations and generations. It's a $6.4 trillion business each day. You can use this for the long term. You have somebody that's been trading for 3 years. I've been trading for almost 4 years. And we understood that from day one, this is not going to be easy. It's not something that you're just going to get
Nah.
quick. So you're gonna have to just, continue to put in the work. So you're gonna have blown accounts. You're gonna have them times when you should have said, "Ah, man, I should have put my TP here, but it wound up hitting my stop loss." You're gonna have those times when you feel like, "Oh man, I should have stayed in it longer." But it's all just honestly just a part of the game. And all of that was stuff that I wanted to make sure that Core had because I couldn't tell him that he had to experience it for himself. You know what I mean? And when you experience it, I swear to you not. It's like you looking in the Matrix. Like you remember, and I remember, I think it was like the first Matrix at the end when Neo started seeing things in the Matrix. Like he didn't
Yeah,
see the
yeah,
person. He started
yeah.
seeing it like in the numbers and the letters. Once you
Yeah.
once you do that, man, and you really start seeing it in the Matrix, bro, and you really just start being like really consistent. And again, man, you're talking to somebody who he's already had financial backing, and he literally said he has to go into I don't know nothing mode. That's the kind of discipline and that's the kind of humble beginnings that a lot of us need to go into learning new things with. Like he said, man, we live in such a popcorn generation that a lot of people feel like it's Sunday. If I don't get it by Monday, it don't work. If I don't get it by
Yeah.
next Sunday, it don't work. It's not like that,
Yep.
man. You gotta be consistent, man. And again, man, before you build a house, you gotta lay down the soil. We gotta start with that foundation, baby. You know what I mean?
Because
So definitely
nothing to
appreciate
humble you more than blowing an account. Trust me.
it. Multiple times, you know what I'm
Trust me.
saying?
Multiple times, right?
That's a
You get
big
that joint
fact
up
right there.
there, and you get that joint up there, and then boom.
Man, that's a big fact right there, bro. So man, what's your next career steps, man, if you don't mind us asking?
Honestly, next career steps. I mentioned it earlier. Vegas. Vegas is my next big thing that I'm working on and trying to figure out what I want. What exact? I know what I want to go into. I definitely want to go into a few different avenues out there, but just meeting the right people. I'm going out there in October.
Mm.
So I'll be back. I'll be out there and just making sure that what we have going continues to thrive. Um, resorts are my main thing. Before the pandemic, I was looking at cruise lines, but cruise lines they need a minute. They need a minute. So just to figure out what they're doing and everything like that. So resorts, Vegas is going to be a big thing. But eventually, I want XL to be, it's the lifestyle. I want it to be we always try to make, XL an experience for people, not just, okay, we bought you a hookah. Yeah, we're gonna bring you a beautiful hookah, but we're gonna also make sure that when that joint comes out, it's got the bells, whistles, everything that you want when you get when something's gifted to you, or you purchase something, you want to feel good about it. So just making sure you're every day. I'm making sure that I'm taking my time, but also being diligent with my time as far as um, where I want to go with this. Am I spending too much time in this particular area or in this particular place? I know for one of the things for us was we were like, we spend too much time in clubs, and people weren't able to actually be able to appreciate what it was we were doing. And so many people have asked, are you gonna go ahead and just open up your own spot, because you like they would love it. I literally in almost 4 years that we've been doing this, I haven't had a person yet say that they did not like our product at all. And I ask people, I say, look, be 100% honest with me, because that's the only way that I can fix it and make it better for you. And honestly, even people that say, oh, I don't like hookah or whatever it is, they try my product, and it's like night and day after that. I've been trying my best, trying to get Shy to try one, but it's I don't know. I gave up. I gave up a while ago. But I'll let y'all know if I actually get him to do it. But also, just keep on. I do want to go back into just getting more financial clients and things like that, and opening up that part of my business a little bit more, and trading, studying. I spend a lot of hours studying. Like, I sacrifice a lot of stuff because I'm sitting in front of a computer, and I'm reading something, I'm studying something to better myself and better my craft. And I tell people that come into my life, I say, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. Everybody that was great had to be selfish a little bit, and everybody's greatness is different, but at the same time, what is it going to take for you to reach your greatness?
Big fact right there, bro. Big fact. Man, so let's go ahead and let's get into some basketball talk, man. I feel like we haven't talked about basketball in a minute, man. Man. So G's Lakers, of course, they've been making a lot of moves, man. They just signed a lot of people. I don't know. Everybody's getting a veterans minimum. I don't know exactly what that is, but
right. I said they're gonna have so many people, they're gonna be making $20 an hour over there.
So the audience, let the audience know about who your team is and what is it gonna look like moving forward if everybody is healthy as planned and scripted.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock on wood with this one. So if everybody is healthy in basketball, I am a Warriors fan, like diehard. Like, I'm a Steph Curry fan. We went to school together in Charlotte. It was, just seeing him play in high school and just being like, dad. Like, it's literally like, once you see it in the NBA, and you're like, I used to go to his school and watch this same exact thing in high school. It's just like, man, you really see, okay, this is what makes a great different from a regular ball player. So making sure we keep him healthy, get Clay back and keep him healthy, and just make sure that our young guys continue to develop. I see us we could be a good 4 or 5 seed. I see us being a good 4 or 5 seed. LA, LA. Honestly, I'm not a big LeBron fan, but I am happy to see what LA does this year. Only because it's going to be entertaining.
Mm.
So I tell people all the time, I'm not a hater. I just tell the truth. Because the facts of that, it's your job if you want to ignore it or listen to it.
Man, we've been hearing a lot of talk about Ben Simmons, not reporting to training camp, not necessarily responding back to emails, phone calls, text messages from anything dealing with the Philadelphia 76ers. Is he somebody that you guys should aim for?
No,
And
not at all.
okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't want Ben Simmons, and it has nothing to do with him personally, or as a basketball, him as a person, personally as a basketball player, because he's a good player. No, he can't shoot a lick of a jump shot to save his life, but he can get to the basket. But the only reason why I wouldn't want him for us, he wouldn't be beneficial to the style that we play. Meaning, Ben Simmons can't shoot. We all know that. He can't shoot. Golden State, we're known for shooting. Like we're the godfathers of the 30 and 40 foot 3-point shot. Like we made that bad shot a good shot. He can't do that. Like, and if you've got 8 other guys that can do that, but you got one main guy that you just gave all this money to, or you're spending all this money on, and we're giving up so much. It's just like when we got KD. It was worth the risk with KD because you know what you're going to get, and we got it. Every night we got a blowout. With Ben Simmons, he may give you consistency in the regular season. The playoffs, that's what we care about. Like, our guys are used to winning, and for him, I'm not saying he's not used to winning, but he definitely hasn't been the type of playoff caliber player for a long enough time for it to actually be beneficial for us. So we're probably, if we get him, we're going to have less money. We're probably going to have to give up somebody that already has chemistry with us, and knows our team and just knows how everything operates. But also, I don't want to give up that much to get him. I really just don't want to give up that much to get him, especially when he's not. I don't think he'll fit right. And I just think that it'll just be us being LA again. We're piling up names.
Yeah, nah, I definitely dig that. So we got this segment on Instagram that we like to play, and it says it's a segment that's called Who Would You Choose? Got like five different scenarios to give you, and I just want you to choose this person or that person. All right. Now everybody is at their peak. All right. Everybody is at their peak. All right. I just want you to choose. So the first
we're talking about prime everybody, right?
Prime everybody. Who would you go with? Kobe or LeBron?
Kobe.
Okay. Who would you go with? Shaq or Hakeem Olajuwon?
Shaq.
Who would you go with? McGrady or Kevin Durant?
Prime McGrady or Kevin Durant? KD.
KD. Who would you go with? KG or Tim Duncan?
Oh man, it get harder as it goes. Okay. All right. So if I'm going off of the 3 people I already picked, this is how I got to do this to be able to pick. If I'm going off of the 3 people that I already picked, I'm going to go with Tim Duncan because KG and KD, they're similar in a way. It's just KD can shoot a lot better. But size, as far as like, you know, the way they can move, size, things like that, they're built similar. Yeah, I would go with Tim Duncan just to give me a little bit of versatility.
Okay. Last one, AI or Kyrie?
AI.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my era right there. Like I'm an AI fan to the day I die. You can't do no wrong in my eyes.
G, how you feel about those choices? How you feel about those choices?
No, those are real good choices right there. That's an S on this right there.
Anybody who you would have chose differently?
Probably T-Mac, the only one.
T-Mac was a,
and you know what? You're not wrong.
T-Mac, man. T-Mac was, I think a lot of times, man, when T-Mac's names get brought up, I think people just think about either like his Rocket years or him being injured. It's like they don't remember how potent that man was in Orlando. Like T-Mac was different, man. Every night.
They don't remember the 13 points in 33 seconds.
It's crazy. That was crazy.
They don't remember none of that. All they remember is that he was hurt later on in his career.
And he did it against a team that we know is the same way. They put up championships against the Spurs. Like, man, if they could have got a healthy T-Mac and Yao Ming, like consistent, oh man, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy, man. Or even if Tim Duncan would have went over there to Orlando instead, you know, that 1 year where, you know, Doc had messed it up, you know?
Yeah.
People really forget T-Mac was the first player. Like, think about it. We talk about like LeBron and how, you know, big and dominant he was. T-Mac was pretty much like the first LeBron. He was a shooting guard for one. Everybody like to say like, oh, he was a forward. He was a shooting guard. And he was 6'8", almost 6'9".
Yeah,
he was unstoppable until, you know, injuries caught up to him. And I mean, you can't do nothing about that. Like, I don't judge a person in their career off of injuries. I can't.
Yeah, facts. The only person I would say, like, I can see you making that comparison. Another person I think about is Grant Hill too.
Yeah,
Grant Hill was, man. I think Grant Hill was, boy, man. If he could have stayed healthy, I think Detroit at least would have got one championship with him at least, man. Him and Stackhouse was coming, man, and Grant Hill. Yeah.
When he broke that tailbone, man, that was it. That hurt. That hurt.
But that man did. I think he probably had one of the best I wouldn't say that his comeback is better than Derrick Rose, but he had one of the best comebacks. So yeah, man.
D Rose, another one that, man, I'll take prime D Rose. I'm not gonna lie.
Basically, people do misconceive it for weight loss, and I personally have done the weight loss, but then at one point I wanted to gain weight, and I was able to gain healthy weight and then maintain that for like a year. So it's for every type of health journey.
Be kind of your go-to as far as like a meal replacement shake, flavor-wise, or what is kind of like your lineup as far as what you take in the morning, pre-workout, or just to get the day started?
Flavor-wise, banana caramel is my favorite. Yeah, I recommend that one to every single client I get first. Whether they try it or not, that's fine, but that's my inner routine. I have a shake in the morning, and then I have a tea as well. So I use Herbalife tea and aloe, and the aloe is for the digestive system. The tea gives you energy, boosts your metabolism, burns calories. And then we also have an energy tab, which has like B12 vitamins. That's called Liftoff. So you can add that into your tea as well for just more energy.